Hi guys, Miata Man here, and today is the day that we are changing out the clutch master cylinder on my 91 BRG. I've got some absorbent material here, but you can just use a rag for that if you want to. And so we've got the two 12mm nuts off of those studs that hold this thing on. And one of the reasons, this thing was still working fine, but one of the reasons I wanted to change it while I was doing the leaky clutch slave cylinder was because it's original, and I suspected that it may have some leakage at the back end right there. So something's getting past the seal. So that means that it's not going to work as well as a result, and eventually it will fail. And so if you're doing the clutch slave cylinder, which is kind of a maintenance item on these, there goes Mark. You should do this as well for that exact reason right there, because you do not want that brake fluid leaking into the interior of the car or eating the paint off of the firewall. So there you are. That's that part of it. Now, while I'm moving this thing all over the place, I'm careful not to spill out the brake fluid that's still in it, because you do not want any of that on your paintwork. So there you go. That was original from 1991. I've never changed that. So now, this is the real reason why we're doing this whole thing. Is in here we are changing the clutch slave cylinder, which I am going to pull out in a second here. There we are. That is the old slave cylinder. It's all leaky and made a mess of my subframe. So camera's not wanting to focus. There we are. So you can see the two. I'm going to try and zoom you in here. There we go. So there's the line that comes down to the slave cylinder. There's the two bolt holes, 12mm bolts. To get the top one, I like to be out here and do it rather than all the way in there. So I get my big extensions. I get two of them, and that way I can be out here rather than fighting it with my head in the wheel well. So that's what I like to do. And then for the bottom one, I've got an angled 12. So I can get that on the back of the bottom one, pointing that way, because there's a bit of an angle. And then I give it a little whack with my dead blow hammer to break it loose. And then it's a lot easier to get that off. Okay, so that's where we're at there. And on the new one, here's the new parts right here. That's the new clutch master cylinder and the new clutch slave cylinder. Now, what I like to do on these as well before I put them in is to pop this off. If I can do it one-handed here. Come on. Yeah, this will do it. It was easier earlier. What I do, I pop it off and I put some grease in right there. So, and I use this stuff. So I've also greased inside here, and that way all of that movement back and forth, it'll have some lubrication and it'll also work a little bit better as well. And that is synthetic dielectric silicone grease, and it is very good on rubber. Interfaces between rubber and metal, rubber and glass, it's pretty good stuff. So there we go. So that is what we're up to here, and I'll make a couple more videos for you later on. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, guys.